What did this side as well?
Thank you. Oh, it must have been that side.
Mr. President, yes.
Okay, now we're looking at you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the head of mission designate representing Czech Republic, His Excellency Mr. Pavel Cezach, and mission official Mr. Michael Jerabek, Your Excellency, sir.
This one is far.
Not singer by profession. Your Excellency, Mr. President. The letter of my predecessor and letters by which His Excellency President, Mr. Milo Zeman, accredits me as the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Czech Republic to the Republic of South Africa. Short message?
Yes, short message.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Can you
Why don't you join us?
Thank you very much.
Once again, thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mr. President, my apologies. I would like to request the media people to adjust this so that you don't always can you read first? Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the head of mission designate representing the Republic of Croatia, His Excellency Mr. Ante Cicarik, and spouse Mrs. Neda Cicarik. Your Excellency, sir.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. So wonderful to have you here. It's wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, I am grateful to be the letter of recall of my predecessor and the letter of credence, my letter of credence appointing me as Ambassador of Extraordinary Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Croatia. I use this opportunity to convey warm greetings from the President of the Republic of Croatia, from the government of the Republic of Croatia and the people of Croatia, to the friendly people of South Africa. I'll do my best to maintain and strengthen good relations which happily exist between our countries and the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mr. President.
Take the picture.
Thank you. You may join.
Join us. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the head of mission designate representing the Republic, His Excellency to say, Your Excellency.
Mr. President, I have the honor and privilege to present to Your Excellency letters of recall from predecessor and my letters of credence as Ambassador of the Republic of the Gambia to the Republic of South Africa. And we look forward to strengthening our bilateral relations between the sister countries.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking the picture.
You may join.
Thank you so much. We take with our sister. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, my sister. Thank you.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the head of mission designate representing the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, His Excellency Mr. Rachid Belounes, and spouse Mrs. Faiza Dalila Belounes. Your Excellency, sir.
Mr. President, Excellency, I have the honor and privilege to present to Your Excellency my letter of credence by which my President designated me as Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary to South Africa, as well as the letter of recall of my predecessor. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Excellency, I would like to seize this very nice opportunity to also forward to Your Excellency the best greeting by from your brother, my President. And to ensure you that my first mission, fundamental mission, is to work without delay in view to enhance our relationship based on the quality, particular quality, I should say, existing between our two countries as strategic partners. It's also allow me to seize this opportunity to congratulate you, Excellency, and through you, South Africa, as you are going to hand over the chairmanship of the African Union. In this field, we will find in Algeria full engagement to support you as chairperson of African Union. Thank you very much, Excellency.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
You can go take a photo.
We'll take a photo? Yes, that's right. She comes later.
Yes. Thank you. You can join.
So she joins us.
Please join.
Please join. Thank you. It's a real pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the head of mission designate representing the State of Palestine, Her Excellency Mrs. Hanan Jarar, and spouse Mr. Amin Karut. Madam Excellency.
Your Excellency, I'm so honored and pleased to be here today to present my credentials as the Ambassador of the State of Palestine to South Africa and to bring to you and to the African people the greetings of our President Mahmoud Abbas and the people of Palestine. In recognition of the deeply rooted friendship relations between our two nations, including a shared history of struggle for freedom, we look at South Africa as an icon for freedom and liberty, and as a symbol of hope for our people back home under occupation and scattered all over the world in refuge. On behalf of Palestine, we do believe that we count on your cooperation and on your support and solidarity with the Palestinian people, especially at those hard moments. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
You may join. Thank you. Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the head of mission designate representing the state of Qatar, His Excellency Mr. Tariq bin Ali Fajar Al Ansari, and spouse Madam Iman Abdulaziz Al Ishaq. Your Excellency, sir. Go to him. Thank you.
Mr. President, it's a great honor to be here today and meeting you in person. And allow me at the beginning to convey to you the highest gratitude of His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of the State of Qatar. Alongside also with presenting my credentials as Ambassador Extraordinary Plenipotentiary of the State of Qatar to the Republic of South Africa, and with the hope to have your support always. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Mr. President, Qatar and South Africa has a lot in common. We both work for peace and development.
Yes.
We worked together in the Security Council before.
Yes.
And we watch how you are performing also now in the Security Council. And we admire your achievements. And congratulations for presiding the AU very soon. And please count on our support during your presidency and beyond. And I would like to also reiterate the invitation to you to visit Qatar for the Africa-Qatar Forum Summit that will be in March. The invitation is also here with you. And we look forward to deepening our cooperation in the trade, investment, and economic empowerment. And since also you are a pioneer in sports and you have successfully hosted the Mondial, I'm really pleased to also tell you that we are looking forward to receiving you in Qatar 2022 for the Mondial, the World Cup. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll take a picture.
You may join.
Stand this side and come. Madam, thank you. Take a picture together.
Thank you.
I work near the Mondial. That's great. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the head of mission designate representing the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Excellency Mr. Sultan Abdullah Al-Lawan Al-Ngari, and his guest, Mr. Abdullah Al-Angari. Your Excellency, sir.
instructed you to exert all the possible efforts to enhance and to deepen and strengthen our relationship. And he has instructions to do all the possible work with your government and in all fields, especially in the economical side, with hard investment to South Africa. And please accept it.
Thank you. Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the head of mission designate representing the Federal Republic of Somalia, His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Ali Mire, and the Embassy official Mr. Ali Mohammed Sheikh, Your Excellency, sir.
Dimasiyani indeed, Mr. President. Sani Bonani, Mr. President. And good afternoon. I think the year of 2020 will be the year of Somalia and South Africa. Under your leadership, we expected that we would get whatever we expect. Please confirm. From my brother, your brother, my president, His Excellency Mohammed Abdullahi Farmajo, and I'm expecting to do whatever I can around your leadership. But I don't mean to pass myself and hope to work with you. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful greetings. Absolutely.
Thank you. Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the head of mission designate representing New Zealand, Her Excellency Ms. Sarah Catherine Lee, and spouse Mr. Felix Shenjira. Madam Excellency.
Wonderful to have you here.
Your Excellency, it is my honour today to present to you my letters of credence by which the Governor-General of New Zealand, Her Excellency the Right Honourable Dame Patsy has appointed me as High Commissioner to the South African Republic. And I present also my letters of recall from my predecessor, who sends his best greetings. When New Zealanders think of our relationship with South Africa, we often think of 80 minutes of fierce competition on the rugby field. And I should take this moment to congratulate you on some recent success, albeit reluctant congratulations on my part. But the rugby metaphor is a little clumsy because we are much more friends than we are foes. And first of all, in our hearts, we share a strong belief in democracy. In 1981, many New Zealanders found their political voice in standing up against the inhumanity of apartheid. And we have worked together on the global stage to promote and support democratic principles since then. We are also internationally minded and open countries. And I look forward to working with you and your government to support and protect the multilateral system and all those negotiations that are on out there. Many thousands of New Zealanders and South Africans travel between our beautiful countries to visit family, for tourism, for business, and the removal of the visa requirement for New Zealanders is welcome and appreciated. We do understand as New Zealanders the link between job creation and tourism and its importance. We have a healthy trade relationship, but we must do more. We would like as New Zealand to help South Africa reach prosperity, and I will do what I can to increase bilateral trade, but also to bring some expertise in some areas that I understand you are personally interested in, such as the ease of doing business. So we will seek to get some New Zealanders in South Africa to work on that as well. I'd like to take this moment also to explain the gift that we have given you. It is a mere pounamu in the Māori language, which is a greenstone club. Now, I wish to explain it because the gifting of a weapon is also a symbol of chieftainship. But gifting a weapon is a sign of good faith between our countries. So thank you in advance for your support and for the support of your government. I look forward to working myself and with my team at the High Commission over the next 3 or 4 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the head of mission designate representing the United Republic of Tanzania, His Excellency Major General Gordon Salim Milanzi, and the embassy official, Mr. Richard Mulipanga Lupembe. Your Excellency, sir.
Your Excellency, I have the honor to present my letters of credence and the letters of recall of my predecessor and the fraternal greetings from Comrade His Excellency John Pombe Joseph Magufuli. His Excellency, the President has reiterated the commitment to continue with the friendship, the historical friendship between our two countries, and I look forward to work very closely with your government during my tenure. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
You may join. President, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, members of the media, it is our privilege and honor to invite His Excellency, our President, the President of the Republic of South Africa, to address you. Yes.
Thank you, Program Director, Ministers and Deputy Ministers, Your Excellencies, and High Commissioners and Ambassadors designate, and members of the Diplomatic Corps and senior government officials, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen, and members of the media. I'm extremely pleased to welcome all of you to our most beautiful country. Admittedly, you all come from beautiful countries, but now you have arrived at the most beautiful country on earth. It is my sincere hope that beyond your duties that are official, that over the next few years you will come to truly embrace the richness of our country and the people of this country. It is my hope that you will come to learn a number of things whilst you are here in South Africa, but that more importantly you will also learn the 11 languages that are spoken in this country, and they are all official languages. When we settled the apartheid problem, we decided that we are going to embark on a journey to unite our nation. Only 2 languages were dominant at the time and were official. The other languages having been relegated to the dustbin of non-recognition. We decided as we drafted our constitution that our immediate task was to build a new South African nation. And one of the steps that we felt we needed to take was in uniting all our people to give recognition to all our people as people who have identity and dignity, but that we would collectively recognize all the languages, the major languages that are spoken in our country. And it is for that reason that we have 11 official languages, with the sign language being one of those that we also do. So I hope that you will pick and choose which new language you learn other than English. We are a nation that is founded on unity in diversity. The Freedom Charter, the document upon which our constitutional order is built, enjoins us as South Africans to ensure that a free and democratic South Africa works for peace and friendship between the nations of the world. In this regard, I'm honored to be welcoming to our shores High Commissioners and Ambassadors charged precisely with the responsibility to advance the friendship that exists between our respective countries. For you are here representing your countries as our friends. In exactly 2 weeks from today, we will be marking the 30th anniversary of the release from prison of the father of our nation and democracy, Nelson Mandela. Together with many across the world, we are continuously reflecting on the values by which Nelson Mandela, who we lovingly refer to as Madiba, lived, the methods he employed to achieve the objectives that he had set out for himself, and the objectives that he was not only prepared to suffer, but also to die, and the ideals for which he upheld and propagated throughout the country and the world. We are firm in our conviction that what Nelson Mandela represented is precisely what constitutes the foundation upon which we can and must find a better world, a world that is more human and more democratic, a world that is deeply rooted in social justice and the respect for human rights. We're welcoming you to South Africa, confident that you will work with us and all of us inspired by Nelson Mandela to strive for a world that observes and respects the equality of all people and indeed the sovereignty of all states. As we meet here today, we must acknowledge that new tendencies are emerging and some old ones are resurfacing, which threaten to undermine a cooperative and mutually beneficial approach to global governance. As we work together over the coming years, ours must be a common desire to deepen democracy within the multilateral institutions of global governance and to strive for their effectiveness. We must assert a shared belief in the equality of all people and all sovereign states, regardless of their economic power or even their military might. Notwithstanding our responsibility to advance and protect the national interests of our respective countries, we have a duty to do so without provoking any aggression or any animosity amongst the people of the world. Like Nelson Mandela, we must become soldiers of peace and always strive for the peaceful resolution of any conflict. We must focus our efforts on conflict prevention by, amongst other things, collectively addressing the leading causes of conflict. And we count amongst the leading causes of conflict being poverty, inequality, and economic and political marginalization. We must readily accept that lasting peace and security will be achieved, or rather will not be achieved, unless we create a world that is conducive for sustainable development and a shared prosperity amongst all the peoples of the world. We should therefore work together to strengthen multilateral institutions as well as instruments to ensure that they are fair, that they are representative, and more importantly, advance the interests of the poor and the vulnerable. Your Excellencies, we are welcoming you to our country, and in a few days, just as we welcome you, South Africa will be assuming the chairship of the African Union for 2020. We will also continue our role this year as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. We will be working with our fellow African countries to silence the guns that are still raging on our continent. And we will work very hard to create a conducive environment for the development of our continent. This is the year in which we will operationalize the agreement of the African Union, which is the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, which is envisaged to make Africa the largest common market in the world. It will boost intra-African trade, but it will also ignite the industrialization of our continent and pave the way for the meaningful integration of Africa into the global trading value chain. Our continent, with its abundant natural resources, but as well as its youthful population, has unmatched potential for growth. It is becoming an increasingly attractive destination for investors from across the world, from a wide variety of countries, as they look at the various industries that they can invest in. As South Africa, we have embarked on an ambitious investment drive to reignite growth in our country and to create jobs for the many people in our country who do not work. We have addressed and are continuously attending to the concerns that were raised by investors through the various platforms of engagement. We're working to ensure that we significantly reduce the cost of doing business in South Africa and improve the ease of doing business within our shores. Beyond this, our country offers investors the stability of a constitutional framework that is underpinned by democracy, with a functional government, an effective legal environment, cost competitiveness, a sophisticated financial and banking system, and reliable infrastructure. We invite you, Your Excellencies, as representatives of your respective countries, to join our country, South Africa, on the journey of cooperation for economic growth, shared prosperity, peace, and collective security. I welcome you as you have presented your letters of credence to me. We welcome you with open arms to South Africa. But I also must appreciate the messages that you have imparted to us. These are most wonderful messages from your heads of government and state. We really welcome that. And we look forward to working with you. And in a way, you will be part South African and part the citizens of your country. And we wish you the very best as you come to represent your country here. We also wish you well in your responsibilities and hope that you will enjoy your stay in South Africa. With those words, I'm really delighted to have you here in South Africa, and good luck in your jobs. Thank you very much.
Outside on the lawns. The first photograph will be the heads of mission with the president. The second photograph, accompanying guests will join the heads of mission with president and the director generals from the presidency and DICO. The protocol officers are ready to accompany their excellencies. Thank you very much. Do stay behind and enjoy the refreshments after the photographs. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Welcome. So,